Okay, I want to do a video on riding in New England. So we have two machines, and the first thing we did was we wanted to figure out where can we ride in New England, specifically in the New Hampshire area. So if you think about riding in your local state, your local town areas, you have to figure out what the laws are, and everyone wants you to register the ATV if you're going to ride off your property, and I think that's just the law. So a lot of states, it's a pain because you gotta register it at the DMV, and you've got to pay sales tax, and you've got to come up with a title and all that craziness, right? This is something that when you figure out where you're going to ride, you want to take that into account where you're going to ride, because if you need to register in a state that's really strict, it might not be worth it for you, to be honest with you, just because you gotta jump through hoops. But if you're looking for a state that, and you live in New England, let's say close to New Hampshire, if you're looking for a state that's really, really good and super easy to register any ATV, New Hampshire. New Hampshire has just a ton of places to ride, and all their state parks are designated to ride. Most of them are designated for ATV trails to ride ATVs and even motorcycles. They have some for horses only, some for hiking, and all their state parks are really, really clean and really accessible, and the people are just great. I'm not from New Hampshire, but I do know when we ride there, it is absolutely the place to ride. And we live in Connecticut, and in Connecticut, there's not really anywhere to ride. It's the opposite. So New Hampshire is really, really good. We're registered in that state. We ride in that state. And trust me, you go on their website for the trails, you will not be disappointed at all. Registration is super affordable. You don't have to pay sales tax. You just need to give the VIN number on the ATV. And I think it was like $75 per machine when you join one of their clubs. Their clubs are basically the way they group and they pay for some of the trail maintenance through the club fees, right? So if you're a member of one of their clubs and you're helping clean the trails and do that kind of thing by paying your fees, they give you a discount on the registration of the ATVs. You do that, I think it was $75 on each of these ATVs, so it's $150. You just show them the VIN on each machine, and they run the VIN, make sure it's clean, and that's it. You don't have to show proof of sales tax. You don't have to show titles. You don't have to show bills of sales, nothing like that. It's absolutely one of the best registration processes and experiences I've ever had. I've been riding ATVs my entire life, and registering them has always been something that makes you cringe. New Hampshire, not the case. It is friendly to ATVs, and they make the process really easy. Highly recommend it. That's where we go. Another state that's good is New York. New York, upstate New York, can be very friendly. Same thing. Simple process to register. I've never been through their process, so I can't speak personally on that, but I've heard good things. Both New Hampshire and New York, I believe you can ride on the road. When we go to New Hampshire and ride, we actually ride through the town. It's legal. You ride through the town, and you hit the trails, and you ride right to your hotel or the house that you rent, all on the ATV. So you never really have to drive a car once you take the ATVs off the trailer in New Hampshire. I can tell you that from experience. So, very, very fun, easy to register, ATV friendly, and highly recommend that state for riding.